Marketing and advertising can be complicated. What's most important?
What should I focus on?
Direct marketing?
Email campaigns?
Social media?
Cold calling?
With Marketing Atlas, you'll have a clear guide to get more leads, close more sales, and take your business to the next level. Welcome to Marketing Atlas.
Marketing Atlas.
Marketing Atlas.
With your host, Hernan Vazquez.
Let's talk about how to create advertising that works in any niche, in any economy, in any country, in any industry pretty much. The reason I would say I feel that I'm able to show you this is because, number one, I've been doing this for the past 10 years. Number two, I've been advertising in different industries over the past 7, but that doesn't matter. The reality is that last year, I spent $7 million in advertising. Okay, between Facebook, Instagram, Google, and YouTube. So I spent $7 million in advertising on behalf of our clients. And I was working with an agency, with an 8-figure ad agency, and I had to personally hire, manage, and train over 15 media buyers. Now, these media buyers, what they were doing, they were servicing our 200 and plus clients. So 200 plus clients. And when you're working with this myriad of clients, and the clients were all over the place. They were mostly small business owners. They didn't have huge budgets. They couldn't afford to wait 6 months to get results. They needed results and leads and sales right now, right? That's why they were coming to us. That's why they were hiring us. So my job as kind of the head of marketing, because I was also doing the marketing for the agency, my job was to come up with frameworks, with templates, so that I could give those templates to my media buyers and get the clients results. So it doesn't matter, we had clients that were like info products, webinars, info product publishers, we have book funnels, we had coaches, consultants, and all of that. But also we had a lot of lawyers, we had restaurants, we had local chiropractors, we had local contractors. So it was definitely all over the place. We have big companies nationwide, we have small companies that were like in their area. So how do you make it work? So my job was to collect all of that data and see what worked, where the partners were, what kind of results we could get them. And lo and behold, once we start developing the frameworks, one of the frameworks that I want to share with you guys today, they started working, and they started working in any niche. Like honestly, we were generating leads for a chiropractor or sales for a chiropractor or patients, but we were also generating webinar leads, and we were also generating walk-ins for, car dealers and all of that. So the framework works that I'm about to share with you, okay? And this is a framework for Facebook advertising. So the framework that I want to share with you guys today is how to get better at your copy. Your copy in your Facebook ads, it's a big part of what you're doing. So I want to share with you guys 5 steps. I think there's 5 steps on how to create really good copy. And again, I'm going to go in depth into one of these frameworks and one of these steps in my Perfect Ads workshop. So if you want to get it, go to hernanvazquez.com/perfect, okay? So the copy on your Facebook advertising, it's really, really important. Now, we were running all sorts of ads. We were running video ads, we were running image ads, and usually here's the deal. When you're running video ads, you can kind of grab the framework for video ads, and your copy doesn't have to be stellar, right? When you're running image ads, they still work amazingly well if you add something like this to your copy. And the reality is that when you're running video ads, your video ads will do most of the heavy lifting, so your copy doesn't have to be great. But when you're running image ads and you're trying to convince somebody, an estranged from Facebook, to stop doing what they're doing, to click on an ad, to go to a page, to register for a webinar, put in their credit card, that's something, right? That's a skill set that once you develop it, you will never go broke. You will never have a problem finding new clients. You will never fear the economy, what's going on, the marketplace, everyone is pulling out. No, it's nothing like that, okay? So trust me on this one. Once you learn this type of skill set, you can grow businesses, and you can use this to grow your own business, or you can use this for your clients, which is super valuable as well. So let's go into the framework, okay? So there's 5 steps of this framework. It's a framework that I put together that is working extremely well. And again, it worked for 200 plus clients in different niches, different countries and whatnot. So the first thing that you want to put, which is the first line of copy of your ad, is a specific pattern interrupt. Maybe you have heard this word before, pattern interrupt, but the word specific pattern interrupt means that you're not just saying, hey, stop there or I'm going to throw a pink elephant on your head, right? that is a pattern interrupt. Or what does a pink elephant has to do with blah, blah, blah. That is a pattern interrupt. But you also want to use the first sentence with a pattern interrupt to call out your marketplace. Okay, I've talked about call-outs before and they're really important. So when you're talking about specific pattern interrupts, you need to think about a pattern interrupt and how you can fuse that, how you can kind of marriage that with your target demographic, with your targeting. So in this case, I am effectively starting to advertise my Perfect Ads workshop. And the first line of copy that I have is, if you want to get better advertising, call out, you need to change the way you shave. So, if you want to get better at advertising, you need to change the way you shave. That's a pattern interrupt because I'm calling out people. If you want to get better at advertising, right? If you don't want to get better at advertising, you're not going to read my copy. You need to change the way you shave. Like, what are you talking about? So that's kind of breaking the pattern, the thumb-stopping power of the first sentence, okay? And we're trying to break a pattern interrupt because when people are surfing on Facebook, on Instagram, or whatever, they have these mental patterns, right? And you want to break those patterns so that you can create an open, so that you can have the next line in place, all right? So specific pattern interrupt. So call out your marketplace and then say something weird, you know? So that is basically it. So call out your marketplace and then say something weird. Hey, this is Hernan Vazquez, and I know that if you're running Facebook ads, it can get complicated. Facebook changes stuff every week. Techniques are being updated, strategies are being updated, and some people are just not getting the results that they want. So what I wanted to do is to condense several years of experience and millions of dollars in advertising in one simple guidebook that you can get, that you can pull out whenever you're running your Facebook ads, so that you can have a template that you can use. So if you're interested in getting a copy, go to adsguide2020.com. That is adsguide2020.com. Download your copy. Hope you enjoy it. Now, step number 2 is a general accusation. General accusation as in, most people think that, or most entrepreneurs think that, or most entrepreneurs believe that. That is a general accusation. So my case would be, if you want to get better at advertising, you need to change the way you shave. And then I start talking about, most entrepreneurs think that advertising is hard and that this economy is tanking, blah, blah, blah. But here's what I found. That is the general accusation, all right? So you're separating yourself from the rest of people because you found something. And then you segue into your story. Here's what I found. Here's how I found it. Okay, some people call this the epiphany bridge. So if you have been following Russell Brunson, he would call it epiphany bridge. I call it a story. So most entrepreneurs or most business owners think that advertising is hard in a tanking economy, but here's what I found. After servicing 200 plus clients in, last year, and after, spending $7 million on ads, blah, blah, blah. And then you go into your story. You actually telling your story how you got into that realization. And that is really important because on your story, you have an opportunity to educate and you have an opportunity to actually show an example of what you're saying, right? And then you segue into the benefits. So the benefits is, and here's what I found, here's how I found it, that's the story, and here's what it will do for you when you do XYZ. So on, my book, I'm just saying on page X, you will find Y. On page Z, you will find B. On page number 4, you will find the 3 best things to do Y. So you start laying down the benefits. The more benefits, the better. Okay, how many benefits should I have? You should have a lot. So how many benefits you need? It's up to you, but the more benefits, the better. All right? And then you have right here the call to action. Okay? So the call to action is basically, if you want to learn more, go there. Or if you want to go learn more, click on the button on this ad. All right? So basically what you should start it was with a pattern interrupt, then you separate yourself from the rest of people with a general accusation, then you go into the story as to what you found and how you find it, then you go into the benefits as to what this thing that you found will do for people, and then you go into the call to action. Okay, so this structure, you can use it to sell dog food, you can use it to sell webinar tickets, you can use it to sell in-person dinner seminars, you can use it to sell high-ticket coaching, high-ticket, industrial machinery, you name it. Okay, I've been personally using this to sell, banking services or high-yield investment services all the way up to $7 ebooks, and it works amazingly well. So go ahead, start brainstorming about how you can start doing this for your own, how you can go ahead and start deploying this. This will make you a better copywriting. Again, if you want a detailed step-by-step procedure, if you want me to show you some live examples, I have several $1 million ads out there. I have ads that, there are 3,600 words or something like that. There are actual articles that are really helpful, and people are loving those articles and those ads. That's why they work so well. All right. So if you want me to share with you that, not only for Facebook, but also how to create great videos for Facebook, how to create great videos for YouTube, which are two different things. You cannot use the same videos on Facebook that you're using on YouTube and vice versa. There's a reason for that. And if you want me to share all of that with you, go ahead and go to hernanvazquez.com/perfect. Develop these skill set that would allow you to thrive in any economy. It doesn't matter what the market does. It doesn't matter if there's, an impending threat of human life or whatever. It doesn't matter. It will allow you to thrive because you're helping people. You're connecting with people, and people need your products and services right now more than ever. All right. So go ahead, take advantage of this, hernanvazquez.com/perfect, while the early bird pre-launch week lasts, which is going to end this Friday. All right, guys. So have an amazing day. I hope that this helps.